John Cena's first post-heel turn appearance has been revealed, plus Roman Reigns returns on Raw, and we have a major WrestleMania weekend update. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. That naughty boy, Wabba-don't, John Cena, back on our telly next week.
Yeah, give up, kids. He's going to Brussels. My goodness me, it's lovely at this time of year, but that's where Raw is next week.
It is, and it was announced that we will see John Cena for the first time since he did that diabolical thing to Cody Rhodes live on Raw next week on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, it's been presented as under one roof.
Like millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof.
Yeah.
It's called Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. Oh, goodness me, that's an early 90s deep cut delicious.
Deepest of dives there. I'm looking forward to seeing what John Cena gets up to. I'm looking forward to that heel promo in front of the live crowd. Although, the only concern being, because they're on the European tour, because John Cena doesn't go to Brussels very often, whether he gets a big cheer.
If it wasn't America, I'd be more certain a boo would happen because Randy Orton merely mentioned his name at the start of his promo on SmackDown on Friday, and it was booed. But that was over in the United States of America, I do believe. So as you say, over in Europe, we are starved of the live WWE action. So the fact he is just there in their presence, the chances of a boo are higher. Cheer are higher, sorry.
Yeah.
The exact opposite.
Will be interesting to see what he does in order to encourage those boos from the crowd.
Get a child in that ring. You know what I'm saying. Just poke him in the eye, push him over. Nothing too serious, you know.
Have a child in the crowd holding a big lollipop and have John Cena just steal it.
And then wipe his ass with it and shove it in the kid's mouth. Break a wish. Let's go, John.
Break a wish.
It's got to happen. Something like that.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That's it. The Break a Wish Foundation is the name of John Cena's new heel faction. Fantastic. So John Cena back on Raw next week. We had a return last night in the closing moments of Raw as well.
Auga is his famous catchphrase. It's Roman Reigns, everybody. Yes, there was a steel cage match between CM Punk and Seth Rollins going down. The cage door is open. Both Punk and Rollins are felled on the mat. But what happens? A big strapping Samoan boy grabs Seth Rollins, pulls him out the cage, has him win the match, by the way, and get the winner's share of the purse, by the way, Tom. But then Roman Reigns, he does that before thwacking Seth Rollins on the ringside area and getting his revenge for the happenings at the Royal Rumble and presumably setting up a triple threat at the WrestleMania.
His famous catchphrase, awooga. Awooga.
Spear, you know.
It was in the first one. You went awooga.
Yeah.
That needs to be
Roman
his
Reigns goes back in the corner.
awooga.
Spear goes in there.
Oh, Jurassic Park. So, I mean, this sets up this triple threat, which we kind of thought would be the case at the Rumble when all three of them got into it. I really love the way they did it there with Roman Reigns leaving after beating up Seth, but then seeing Paul Heyman chatting away to CM Punk in the ring, and he went, I'm going to have him as well.
The makes you think about the favour, Tom. What is the favour?
What is the favour? What is the favour? We still tell me what's the favour? What is the favour going to be? Because the favour would have been like a shot at the title.
Yeah.
But Paul Heyman no longer has authority, Jackie Weaver, over a title of any distinction.
Yeah, I've got no idea. You would imagine it'd be some kind of main event flavoured thing now, if it's going to be happening this year. Or could it happen potentially later on in the future? You would think it would happen this WrestleMania season, wouldn't you?
You'd have thought it would happen on the road to this particular WrestleMania. Also, last night on Raw, we had a new number one contender for Lyra Valkyria's Women's Intercontinental title.
You'll never guess what happened in a match involving Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Dom Mysterio getting involved on the outside. Then she delivers, does Raquel, a maneuver to Bayley on the announce table. Bayley just makes it back into the ring before the 10 count, but then there's a power bomb. Ricola bomb, tequila bomb. She says, and then Raquel goes on and gets the win, thanks to her friends in a little bit of way.
Top friends. So Rodriguez and Lyra Valkyria at a future date. I wonder whether they just put the belt on Raquel Rodriguez. I feel for Lyra because whilst there's been this title reign hasn't massively sort of set her off. The women's mid-card belts, I think, out of the two, I think Chelsea Green has sort of captured lightning in a bottle more than Lyra Valkyria has. Not for want of trying with Lyra, just feel like they haven't put as much stock in her as they have with Chelsea on SmackDown.
Definitely give her like minutes in the ring in terms of like having banger matches. Banger after banger after banger. Who would have thought it? But yeah, as you say, Chelsea Green has just made her feel a bit more prestigious, I want to say.
I would say so. Yes. But so Raquel maybe beating Lyra Valkyria might... I
think it will happen, Tom,
Do you think that's
because they're doing that little gentle split of the Judgment Day, like Finn Balor on one side, presumably JD with him, and then Liv Morgan, Dom, Raquel on the other side. And if they've got all the gold and Finn and his side have none of the gold, you kind of listen to Finn and you will win, as he keeps saying there.
Listen to Finn and you will win.
Yeah, but they've got all the gold. You've got none, Finn. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to Liv.
That's it.
Listen to Liv and you will deliver.
Nice.
Gold.
Awooga. Exactly it. What did you make of that plucky young Lucha debuting last night on Raw?
He's got the hands. He looked like a bloody superhero, let me tell you, Tom, because yes, New Day versus Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio in baggy trousers. That's news. Rey Mysterio baggy.
He's worn baggy trousers before.
Oh yeah, but like not for bare time.
No,
he's been a lycra skin tight kind of guy for a little while there.
Back in the baggies.
Yeah, this is like early 2000s Rey Mysterio. Anyway, tornado tag team match it was last night between the Luchadors and the New Day, and then this American flavored Luchador just does a shoot attack at the ringside area, runs away. Everyone can see it's Chad Gable. Michael Cole's like, oh my God, is that American made? Who knows what came out?
Hang on, it can't be Chad Gable because afterwards, Chad Gable was being interviewed as the mysterious masked man in the background was being escorted out of the building.
There was a little clue, let me tell you, Tom, because he goes, gracias! And that means thank you.
Yes,
but it's Spanish.
But Chad Gable isn't Spanish. Chad Gable says, I thank you.
Oh, right.
The other guy says, gracias. Yeah. You see the difference?
Yeah, it's his American cousin. Just like the Steak had cousins all around the world, Chad Gable has an American luchador cousin.
Whilst luchador is a very strong Mexican tradition, capitalism is a strong American tradition, and that American-made mask is already available on WWE Shop. Many think this could be how they bring in Rey Fenix.
Well, when he was in Mexico last week, shoot Mexico, by the way, Tom, real Mexico. He walked past a shop and it was like Los Hermanos, and that's like the brothers, isn't it?
Yes. I reckon maybe we have Rey Fenix under the mask at one point. A few people were kind of cross-examining the luchador, the American-made luchador, and Rey Fenix, going, is it that's the same person? It's great. I love it.
I snorted there. My goodness me.
If he wasn't so out of favour, I'd like Mr. America to be involved in this in some way, shape, or form. God.
What a storyline that was.
Mind you, he's not out of favour. Hulk Hogan is. Maybe Mr. America.
They are definitely two different men.
They are two different people.
Get Zach Gowen back in the mix as well.
Oh, let's just bring all the lads back from back in the day. So we'll keep an eye on that one, and we will update you now on plans for the Hall of Fame during WrestleMania weekend.
They've got a bloody venue for this. It will no longer take place in the same venue as SmackDown, as we've seen over the past couple of years. Like SmackDown happens and they jimmy up the ring and take ropes off and whatnot. Then we see the Hall of Fame ceremony afterwards. It's going to be in partnership with Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Yes, oui, oui.
Fontainebleau is this new luxury Las Vegas.
I don't know why
hotel.
I put that accent on, Tom. I'm not with it this morning.
Because it looks very French.
Yes,
Fontainebleau. It's the official host hotel of WrestleMania 41. Not only will you get discount if you're staying there for Mania, but also it's the official venue, as we say, for the Hall of Fame ceremony this year. They've got this live theatre in the hotel where they're going to host it from, which I think is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Because it means that you can actually maybe set it up like a Hall of Fame ceremony rather than, as you say, just taking the ring ropes down and just having it in the SmackDown and Raw and NXT setup.
Yeah.
You can have it somewhere bespoke.
It'll be an interesting one because obviously when Undertaker, if that comes to mind, when he's got that big ovation because the live crowd were in there, will they have as much live crowd as what they, obviously not as many in terms of numbers, but in terms of percentage, will they have as much in terms of like how they used to have after a SmackDown? Because that was fantastic. That when Undertaker got like just a standing ovation for like half an hour.
That was nice. Yeah. But what you notice is when they had them after SmackDown, the crowd would just get tired because they just watched SmackDown. Yeah. They're a bit weary. So this is going to be its own separate event. I've done the math for you. I've done the geography for you. The venue's not a 9-minute drive from the T-Mobile Arena where SmackDown will emanate from. And it starts after SmackDown. So you've got 9 minutes to get across town to the venue. Tickets are available from tomorrow to go and see it. I like that it's a separate thing. And I think that then you'll still have people that will go. I think you'll probably have a section, because there's so many people going to be in Vegas for the wrestling. You're going to have some that will prefer to go to the Hall of Fame than SmackDown and vice versa. So I think you'll be fine. Yeah. I think they'll sell it out dead quick, and I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, of course it will.
course it will, Awooga. I had a chat with Scott D'Amore last week, head of Maple Leaf Pro Mayhem this coming weekend. Good to catch up with my old boss, Scott. We talked about how quickly Maple Leaf has grown. There were plans for them to do the Maple Leaf Gardens very, very much further down the road. They're doing them in a couple of months, so it's sped up dead quick. Talk about how like the tariffs and the political climate is potentially changing things for an all-Canada wrestling affair, and other big things as well. We talk about the John Cena heel turn. We talk about future plans with other promotions, WWID talent, loads of stuff. Good to catch up with Scott. It's on the Cultaholic Wrestling News podcast feed right now, and it's Hold and Give Tuesday.
Yes, I've got Scott D'Amore Hold and Give streams this Tuesday, 4 p.m. GMT. Will be the latest instalment where we have a title decider against Newcastle. Newcastle are first, I'm second. I play them at the Stadium of Light where the Sunderland play their football. That's how they talk in the Sunderland.
Is it tough to play against your beloved
yes.
Magpies?
Especially when they score a last-minute winner like they did last time. Alexander Isak, 89th minute. I couldn't come back. I lost 4-3, Tom. I was happy but gutted.
Furious. But you can check that out today from 4 p.m. GMT on the Hold and Give YouTube channel. And for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Awooga.
Watch the next time Roman Reigns wrestles and he sets up for the big spear or maybe a Superman punch. Awooga. You know what I'm talking about.
His famous catch.